All right, to begin, we're gonna start seated, middle of your mat. Eyes closed. Allow your breath to become more expansive. Allow your exhales to become more full. Soften where it's not needed, where you don't need the tensions, just see if you can allow it to dissipate. And identify something within you where you need strength. Maybe it's a place where you're already strong. We're not seeking for lack. Just identify somewhere where you need strength. This is not a shortcoming. It's not a lack. It's not a void. It's an identification where strength is helpful. It benefits you. It benefits this community. With every exhale, simply release everything that doesn't support that. And just to say that to seek strength does not mean that there's weakness present. Then I invite you to set a dedication or intention, whether it is to identify and continue to focus on that strength or something else that speaks to you. Put your hands to your heart center, thumbs to your sternum. We'll take a couple collective breaths together to seal together. Deep breath in. Exhale, let go. As you exhale, grow taller through the crown of your head. Again, really deep inhale. Find that expansion through your belly, through your chest, through your back, through your forehead. Exhale, let go. And then once more for yourself. And then flutter your eyes open to begin the more active part of this practice. Take your hands to your knees, and we're going to start with just some hip mobility. It is so early. I'm going to start to my right, so I'm going to inhale. I'm going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to come around to the front, and on my exhale, as I start to make this backwards motion, arching my spine. Another inhale, that same direction, shoulder blades on my back whenever they can get there, and whenever it's appropriate, I start to exhale. I round my back. One more time like that. Inhale takes you forward. Hips crack always. Exhale, take it back. And then we'll take the opposite direction. Inhale, draw it forward. Exhale, roll it back. Maybe look down towards your belly. See what happens. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Last time like that with a little bit of hip mobility. And then take it back to center. We're going to take some seated cow and cat here. Maybe switch out the cross of your legs. In, heart forward, shoulder blades up, back. Exhale, release it back. Look down towards your belly. Knees might come up. Inhale, carry it forward. Exhale, take it back. Once more like that. All right, very nice. Come onto your back, pull your knees into your chest. First, just give yourself a moment to acknowledge where you are. So maybe start to pull your knees. If it's not quite right, tie your hands on your knees. I do recommend having hands on shins or thighs. And just pulling in towards you, knees close, like they're aiming towards armpits, or knees more aiming towards your the center of your collarbones. Just start to notice. Maybe move in circles here. Given if you're doing this as a morning practice, it's being recorded, but for those of you guys taking this right now, hip flexors might be a bit tight. Mine certainly are. Cool. Then keeping your knees bent, bring your arms out to the side just for a balance. We're going to take just a little bit of core work here. So come into like a bit like a chair. We don't have to be super precise about this. On an inhale, you're going to drop to the left. Not using your arms. On an exhale, bring your knees up to center. Inhale, take it over to the right. Exhale, bring it up to center. See if you can take the activity, continue moving with the breath without your arms. So you're really focusing on your core. So the arms are simply there for balance, and see if you can move away from using your arms as a way to push and propel yourself away from the ground. Again, you don't have to be super, super precious about this. We're just getting mobility, getting warmed up. All right, one more round each side. Building a little bit of heat. And then come back to center. Hands to the backs of your thighs, rock up and down the length of your spine. And then simply come to a seat. So extend your legs out in front of you. And then you're gonna take your arms around the back of your head and releasing your fingertips. Okay, so we are gonna move into some boat pose. So start to lean back, and then you'll feel it, right? You'll feel it. You'll know where it is. You're gonna drag your heels, keep your legs kind of straight, find some activity through your toes. Lean back. Find the lightness in your heels without them like fully coming up and away. Just breathe. Lean back. Lean back. Keep your long, slow breaths. So a different kind of a half boat. All right, then come all the way up to seated. Bend your knees. Use your hands to help you. Hip flexors. And we're gonna take that similar thing. So lean back. Reach up your shins. If you'd like, arms alongside you. And then you're gonna start to extend your legs. Things are gonna get fun, we're gonna get dynamic. So start to lean back, kind of like you're coming into a bit of a cloud pose, and then we'll come up once again into boat. Leaning back without tapping toes down. See if you can balance. So find your breath. I'm taking an inhale back and an exhale forward to find that Navasana. Maybe even try the opposite breath simply to recognize what happens. Several more breaths. And after the next time you come to your Navasana pose, rub over your hands and knees, come to a tabletop position. And then we're gonna roll through a few cow and cat here. Spread fingertips wide. Get out of that core stuff real quick, just for a moment. Let everything get soft. Inhale, drop belly, lift up hips and heart. Cow. Exhale, press through hands and knees, cat. Swing your heart forward again. Exhale, press up and back. One more cow and cat. Wrapping your inner elbows forward, find lots of space at the front and the back of your body. And then bring your arms out in front of you just a bit more. Tuck your toes. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Rise to your toes. Send your heels over to the right, just pivoting. Press your chest a little bit more towards your left thigh. Inhale, take it up to center, then rock it over to the opposite side. Chest more toward right thigh. All right, take it up to center once again. On an inhale, rise to your toes, come to the top of a plank pose. If you notice that things aren't quite right in your distance, simply adjust. Rub your inner elbows forward. Draw your hip tips in, so you're drawing everything in. But as you're pressing down through your hands, imagine you're spiraling your hands away from you. So you're spiraling outwards, helping to zip your hands into the mat. Draw up your kneecaps. Long, slow breath. Anytime you need to take knees down, please do. And then on an exhale, chin to chest, rub up through your back, come up and back to downward facing dog. We're gonna do that again, but moving with breath. Inhale, rise to toes, come to top of plank pose, extend your spine. Exhale, chin to chest, lift it up and back. Keep your kneecaps lifted. Again, inhale, carry it forward. Exhale, up and back. Final time like that. Exhale, take it back to down dog. Bend your knees, look towards top of mat, and then step to the top, forward fold. First, make sure your feet are about hips width distance apart. Bend your knees generously. Take your hands to your low back, interlace your fingertips, and then you're going to try to keep the heels of your hands together, and then bring your knuckles away from your back. Maybe take up and over. Just allow yourself a moment here. Being able to bring your arms like over your head doesn't really make you a hero or anything, so you're still a good person. All right, then take your hands back down to your waist, then release your fingertips down. We're gonna take 3 halfway lifts. Really focus on what that feels like and how much you can draw your chest down to your thighs. So on an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to shins or the mat. Press your feet down and away. On an exhale, keeping your legs with activity, chest to thighs, maybe even crown of head points toward the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Press down and away through your feet. You'll feel it through your hips, your outer thighs. Exhale, fold. Last time like that, inhale. Exhale. Hands to hips, point your elbows up toward the ceiling. Lift up, gaze out, and then come all the way up to standing, pressing through your feet. Arms alongside your body. For your first Tadasana, we'll be here for 3 breaths. Lift up your kneecaps. Engage your core. Shoulder blades down. Take your toes together, heels slightly apart. On an inhale, Utkatasana, sit low, arms lift. On an exhale, hands touch down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, fold, step back to the top of a plank pose. On an exhale, lower to or towards your mat, all the way down through Chaturanga, elbows graze to your rib cage. Inhale, untuck toes, full back bend, press through hands on tops of feet. Exhale, take it up and back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, angle left foot in, warrior 1, lift all the way up. We'll stay here for a couple breaths. Shoulder blades down, right hip draws back, left forward. Next, exhale, hands tap down, hip to ball, back foot, step right back to meet left. On exhale, lower to or toward mat. Untuck toes, inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing dog, left foot stands forward, angle right foot down, press through feet, lift up, warrior 1, sit low, just several breaths here. Press through outer edge of right foot, left hip draws back, sit deep. Next, exhale, hands tap down, put it onto ball, back foot, left foot steps back, vinyasa, on an exhale, lower toward mat, untuck toes, inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths here. At the end of 5th breath, bend knees, look towards top of mat, and on exhale, travel to top of mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, toes together, sit low, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to standing, hands to heart. Arms alongside your body. Inhale, strengthen. Exhale, soften. Utkatasana. Inhale, sit low, arms lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold, step back to Palakasana. On an exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pivot on left foot, right foot comes forward, warrior 1, lift up. Exhale, vinyasa. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pivot right foot, step left foot forward, warrior 1, left side. Exhale, hands come down. Palakasana. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, 5 breaths. At the end of your 3rd exhale, bend your knees, gaze toward the top of your mat, and then travel to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold, toes together, sit low, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come to standing, hands to heart. Arms alongside your body. Tadasana posture. On an inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, gaze forward. Exhale, fold, step back to Palakasana. Chaturanga Dandasana are all the way down to your mat, elbows graze in. Untuck toes, inhale for your back bend. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing dog, simply breathe. On an inhale, right leg extends up and back. Angle your toes down toward the mat. On an exhale, take your knee to your nose, curl in. Inhale, up and back again. Exhale, second time, just like that. Keep your hips lifted really high, keep pressing away from the mat. Inhale, up and back. Again, exhale, pull in. Keeping your right palm down, place your foot between your hands toward your right thumb. Weight to left palm, peel right fingertips up, low lunge twist. Spin all toes away from you. Lift up your hips. You can stay here for the stretch, or if you're moving with me, come into your side plank, Vashisthasana. Reaching arm up and over your head. Be sure not to just like crank it over, but actually bend your elbow and then extend out. Option to lift up your right leg. Long, straight, strong. All right. On your next exhale, come back to your plank pose. Right leg is still lifted. Option for vinyasa, option to hover right leg through chaturanga. Both tops of feet down for back bend. Downward facing dog. Next, inhale, left leg up and back. Again, check out your toes. Make sure even the pinky toe is down. Keep wrapping your shoulders away from you. Pressing down through your palms. Inhale, breath, prepare. Exhale, draw in. Arch your back. Crunch in. Inhale, tripod dog. Exhale, second time. Inhale, take it up and back. This time, third time. Keep left palm down best you can. Place your foot between your hands. Adjustments as necessary. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. More weight to right palm. Left fingertips lift up, low lunge twist. Spin all your toes away from you. IT band stretch. Razor edge of right foot. You can stay right here, or if you want to move with me, Vashisthasana side plank. You're going to sweep your left arm around. So either bend elbow and reach forward or arm out in front of you, and then cycle around. Option to hover the left leg. Keep legs, or feet rather, flexed. Just breathe. And then on an exhale, left hand comes down, back to plank pose. Keeping left leg lifted if you'd like. Optional vinyasa. On your next inhale, right leg up and back. On an exhale, place your foot between your hands towards your right thumb. You're going to step your left foot forward. You're going to move into a pyramid pose. So about 25% of the way, angle your foot down. Make sure that your heels aren't crossed. The most they should be is heels in line with each other. I find that to be a little bit difficult for my anatomy. Maybe it's fine for you. So here's where you might want to have blocks if you like them. Don't necessarily have to. Lift up halfway. Take your right hand, your thumb to your hip crease, and then just knock your leg back slightly so your hips are more in line with each other. Your pelvis is balanced. If you find that that's making your knee bend, that's fine, let your knee bend. Front or back knee even. Again, inhale, lift out. And then on an exhale, start to reach your heart for your toes, or sorry, your chin for your shin rather. I guess heart for toes also works, doesn't it? Keep pulling right hip back energetically. Just breathe. Inhale, lift up. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot, and then stand it back so you re-lengthen that once again. So you shortened it before, now you lengthen. Angle down like warrior two, hover fingertips away from the mat, and then come back to your warrior two posture. Awesome. Flip your right palm, left hand drops, inhale, exalt. Exhale, back to warrior two, maintain the deep bend. Twice more, right hand flips up, pick it back. Final time. Okay, from here we're going to move to an Ardha Chandrasana pose. Left hand to left hip. Look forward, lean forward. Pivot onto the back foot usually helps here. You're going to take one step or several, maybe a couple hops. Right hand comes down to a block or the mat. Left leg is lifted. Flex through your toes, point something. So keep drawing your shoulder blades on your back. Low belly is in, so you're finding not like an arc through your back, you're finding lots and lots of straightness and alignment. Left fingertips up as you're ready. When you're ready, on an exhale, you're gonna stand back to warrior two. Bend into the right knee, stand left foot all the way back. Inhale here, prepare. Exhale back to your Ardha Chandrasana. 2 breaths. Bend through your right knee, stand back to warrior two. Sit low. When you're ready, next exhale, take it forward, Ardha Chandrasana. 2 breaths. And then take a forward fold, top of mat, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to your waist, elbows up, roll your shoulders back, look forward, stand up. Exhale, arms alongside your body. Cross right ankle over left thigh. Sit down. And then you're going to start to send your bum backwards. Flex through your right foot, shin forward. Just breathe. If you're looking for more core here, bring your arms out in front of you. Arms alongside your triceps. Your ears. Biceps to ears. On an exhale, come up to standing. Uncross, stand down. Find economy of movement. Come back to your Tadasana. When you're ready, inhale, arms lift, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Vinyasa, step back to top of plank pose. On an exhale, lower down to Chaturanga. Untuck toes, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe. On your next exhale, left leg lifts up, long, straight, strong. On an exhale, pull your knee to your nose. Try to keep your palm down. Place your left foot next to your left hand. Step your right foot in about 25% of the way. Left leg starts to straighten. We're moving towards the pyramid pose. Once again, so as your left hip pulls back, maybe you can take left thumb towards the hip crease. Lift up halfway, look forward. Find that Tadasana through your spine, more important than finding those straight legs. Pressing through outer edge of right foot, it is angled out. When you're ready, on an exhale, you're gonna start to bring your chin to your shin, heart to your toes. Find a movement in the exhales. Take pose out of your toe. Where do you find your strength? Where do you need your strength? All right, then come out of the pose, bending into the front knee a bit, coming onto the pivot onto the ball of your back foot, wiggle your leg back so you've got lots and lots of length. Angle your right foot down so you've got warrior two in your legs. Hover your hands away from the mat, and then on an exhale, unravel, warrior two. Refine your posture as you need. 3 times we'll take an exalted warrior. Left palm flips up, inhale, up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Again, twice more. Keep your left knee working away from you. Finding lots of stability. Okay, and then we move to Ardha Chandrasana, first time on this side. Reach left fingertips forward. Coming onto the bottom of your back foot helps here. Hand to right hand to right hip. Shift your weight forward. Left hand comes down to block or onto the mat. Right leg is lifted. So press through your left hand so much that your right shoulder starts to stack on top. And then when you're ready, extend right fingertips up toward the ceiling. Ardha Chandrasana. Breathe. Find a little bit of a bend in your left knee so you're not just locked out and depending on your joints. You're incorporating everything to help. All right, when you're ready, on an exhale, a little bend to the front leg, stand all the way back, warrior two. Yes. Transition forward once again, Ardha Chandrasana. Once you get to where you're going, 2 breaths. Then stand all the way back, warrior two. Last time like that. Shift it forward, find your Ardha Chandrasana. And then on an exhale, place your right foot down, your right hand down, forward fold, release down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to waist, elbows point up. Look forward, inhale, press through feet, rise all the way up. Hands alongside your body. And then we're going to take that standing figure four again. Shift the weight to your right foot. Angle left ankle over right thigh. Flex the foot, bring your knees back, send your bum back, hands to hips. And then if you'd like more core, arms alongside your ears, reach out. Come up to standing, stand down, hands to heart. Arms alongside your body. Tadasana, 3 breaths. Inhale, arms lift, upward prayer. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, offer your heart. Exhale, honor yourself, make your way back to downward facing dog, take a vinyasa or skip it. Deep breath in, full breath out. On an inhale, right leg extends up toward the ceiling. On an exhale, place your foot between your hands toward right thumb. Try to keep right hand down. Step left foot in partially so we can move to a pyramid posture. Angling the left foot down, right hip angles back. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. All right, so we're gonna get really fun here in a moment. We're gonna do everybody's favorite pose, which is a revolved triangle. So again, those blocks, you might want to use them here. You don't have to, but sometimes it helps to get deeper into the pose. So inhale, lift up halfway. You're going to bring your left hand, perhaps with a block, to the inside of your foot, top of foot, or if you're really, really into it, take your left hand to the outside. I recommend this if you're really open in your hips, like your outer hips. So you're gonna take your right hand to your right hip. Press through your left hand wherever it is. And just like when we were doing our half moon poses, how we press so much with the left hand that our right shoulder is stacking on the left. Keep your right hip pulling back, right hand helps here. Keep pressing to the outer edge of your left foot. When you are ready, extend right fingertips up toward the ceiling. You might find that you're not ready, totally fine. Find Tadasana here. Are your rib cage, is your lower ribs jutting out? Still bring them in. This will also help facilitate the twist. Just breathe. Three more breaths. Press down with everything that's touching your mat. Okay, take your right hand back down to your hip. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot. Revolved Ardha Chandrasana. So you're going to take a bend into your right knee. You come onto the ball of your left foot. Your left hand is still down. You're going to shift your weight forward. Left hand on top of block or the mat. When you're ready, lift up the left leg. So it feels a bit like a warrior 3. Press through the left hand so much. Right shoulder lifts up. You can just point your elbow up, or if you would like, unfurl fingertips, lift up toward the ceiling. Breathe. Again, little micro bend through the front leg. Long exhales. And then when you're ready, place your left foot down next to the right. Right hand comes down, forward fold. Get soft ragdoll. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to waist, elbows point up. Inhale, look forward, press down, stand up. Exhale, arms alongside your body. Standing figure 4. Cross right ankle, over left thigh. Stand back. And if you're looking for like a little bit of extra stretch, it's slightly different. So you can continue to do the stuff that we've been doing in this class, sitting back, hands here, arms along. Or if you want, take your hands all the way down to the mat. And instead of doing like the curl around, like we're prepping for an arm balance, press your foot into the inside of your left upper arm. Very likely, you'll feel an intensification of stretch in your outer right hip. Simply an option. Maybe try it. If you don't like it, change it. All right, if your hands have come down wherever you are, On an exhale, you're gonna come up to standing, uncross, stand down, Tadasana. 3 breaths. And we're going to flow back to downward facing dog. If you've got your own rhythm, take it. I'm also going to provide guidance. Inhale, arms lift, gaze up. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, honor yourself. Step back to top of plank pose or float to a chaturanga and flow through your vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, urdhva mukha svanasana. Exhale, adho mukha svanasana, breathe. Come back to that downward facing dog like the first one. Draw thoughts back to your strength. And then on an inhale, left leg, create space. Exhale, use that space. Place your foot between your hands toward left thumb, maybe keeping left hand down. We're going to take a pyramid pose, step right foot in partially. Left hip draws back. Hands down towards blocks or onto the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Find the length of the left side of your leg. Find lots of space to the sides of your torso. Exhale, fold in. Okay, when you're ready, inhale to lift up halfway. We're going to take that revolved version. So, left hand to left hip. Walk your right hand in. If you'd like a block, use that. Again, you've got options here. To the right of the foot, top of the foot, outside of the foot. Point your left elbow up. Pull your left hip back. Right hand is pushing so much that left shoulder stacks on top. If and when you'd like, left fingertips lift up. Continue to press down with both feet. Maybe look up toward left hand. Breathe. Can you find Tadasana? Again, notice if you're starting to either curl in or really you're accentuating an arc in your spine, come back to that Tadasana shape. Anytime you get up, just come back in. Okay, take your left hand to your left hip once again. We're going to take that revolved Ardha Chandrasana. Little bend to your left knee, give yourself some relief, then on to the ball of your back foot. So, similar, same but different. Shift your weight forward. Your right hand is going to come forward. My recommendation is make your hand underneath your shoulder. This is pretty stable here. Shift forward, right leg lifts up. First, it feels a bit like a supported warrior 3. Notice if your right hip is angling up. If so, angle it down. Again, think warrior 3 here. Left elbow points up. Find lots of strength in core. Press the right hand so much left shoulder starts to stack over. Left fingertips up if you would like. Breathe. Press down through everything that's touching your mat. So you're using your core to draw in, right? And then everything else is reaching away. When you're ready, bend through your left knee, step a right foot down next to the other, left hand comes down, ragdoll pose, get soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands to hips, elbows point up, roll your shoulders away from your ears, look out, inhale, come up. Exhale, hands alongside your body, Tadasana. We're gonna take standing figure 4 once again. Little bend to right knee, place left ankle over right thigh. Send hips back, flex through that foot that's lifted. So again, options where we start with hands at hips, different kind of core, arms out, or hands all the way down to mat or block, and then pressing that lifted foot to the inside of your upper arm. Not the outside, that's different. Inside. Press through the foot, into the arm, arm to the foot. And again, this might facilitate a different kind of a stretch through your outer left hip. All right, wherever you are, stop the pressing of your foot, whatever you're taking. On an inhale, come up to standing, uncross, stand down. Come to your Tadasana pose. If you'd like, take your hands to heart center. 3 breaths. Once again, we flow back to downward facing dog. Feel free to move to the rhythm of your own breath. I'll also provide guidance. Inhale, arms left, shoulder blades are down, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at hips, heart forward, hands strong. Inhale, offer your heart and halfway lift. Exhale, fold and honor yourself. Step back to the top of a plank pose. On an exhale, lower to chaturanga. Elbows grazing in, shoulders in line with elbows. Untuck toes for an inhale. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, breathe. Spread fingertips wide. Bend your knees. Look just beyond your hands. And on an exhale, you're going to hop to a seat in the center of your mat. Crisscross applesauce. Cool. Then extend your legs out in front of you. We're going to take a forward fold here. Flex your toes towards your face. If this causes your knees to bend, it causes your knees to bend. Inhale, arms lift up. On an exhale, lean forward. Hands stop wherever they do. Wiggle if you need to get some of the flesh away, maybe even like grabbing towards the tops of your hips. At the back, hands back to the way they were. Inhale, halfway lift, reach your heart forward, and on an exhale, intensify your forward fold. Shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend into your knees, sit your hips down, and then roll onto your back. We're going to take a bridge pose here. So arms alongside you, make sure your knees are bent and your heels are in close enough where your fingertips can just about touch the backs of your heels. Press the back of your head, slide your shoulder blades underneath you, start strong. Give yourself a solid foundation. Press through your feet, inhale, roll your hips up. Option is stay right here, a little engagement through your bum. Wrap, if you like, take a next bus stop. Wrap your shoulders underneath, interlace your fingertips. Press down through your pinkies, reach the back of your tailbone, or the bottom of your tailbone rather, towards the backs of your knees. Breathe. Keep pressing through your arms. Keep pressing through your shoulders. Don't rely on your low back to take care of everything. Option if you would like it. Start to bring your right knee up. Extend your right leg into the sky. Keep your left knee moving forward. Rebend right knee, place your foot down. Shift the weight to the right leg. Left knee pulls in, and then extend, heel towards ceiling. Keep your hips level. Notice if your left hip is trying to rise up, simply press through your right foot instead. Rebend the foot, take your foot down, back to traditional bridge. Continue to press through your arms, press through your upper shoulders. And then we're going to start to come out of this pose. Unravel from on top of your shoulders, lift up your heels, roll your spine all the way down. Take your feet a little bit wider than they are. Knock both knees over to the right. Just breathe. On an exhale, take both knees up toward the center, and then rock both knees over to the left. Breathe. Bring both knees up to center. Pull both knees into your chest. Hands to shins, rock a little from side to side. If you would like, happy baby. Arms to the insides of your knees and grasping the outsides of your feet. And if you want to get real playful here, extend one leg and the other, maybe both. Ultra happy baby. And then release your happy baby pose. Pull both knees in toward your chest. Keep right knee in, extend left leg out in front of you. We're going to take a simple supine twist. Bring your leg across your body. Press your elbows to lift up, adjust your shoulders, look over to the right, allow your eyes to close. On an exhale, take head and knee back to center. Pull left knee in, extend right leg out. Draw left knee across your body. Adjust your shoulders as you need. Use your elbows to assist. Head points to the left. Eye gaze softens, eyelids close. On an exhale, take head and knee back to center. Pull your right knee in as well. Arms to your hands to your shins rather. Pull up. Make yourself a tiny, tiny little beam. Forehead up towards your knees. They don't have to touch, but move in that direction. Take a really deep breath in. And exhale, recognize all the expansion as you recline back fully for your Shavasana posture. Last pose of this class. Eye gaze is soft. Allow your eyelids to close. Begin the process of letting go. Surrendering to your strength. Reinvite activity back into your fingertips and your toes. When you're ready, roll over onto one side. A brief rest, transition. And with eyes closed, best you can, come back to a seated posture for a very brief reflection and meditation. Push your palms together, thumbs towards sternum and Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for starting your day with me. Recognizing your strength, identifying that, using this as a source throughout your day. Thank you so much for doing this for yourself, for allowing yourself to be centered, to do the work. On your next inhale, reach arms out and up, palms press above your head, and on an exhale, take your thumbs to the space between your eyebrows for clarity of thought, to your lips for clarity of speech, and then down to your heart for clarity of action. Bow your head to your heart. It's full of honor and gratitude and respect. In the name of the highest good, namaste. All right, unmuting.